This is Rebecca E. Parsons, and today is day 5 of our journal, The Word, and creating our book of notes. So our book is just a place where we can record our thoughts and our feelings and our prayers about certain Bible passages that we are reading during this 40-day period. So let's just dive in today and create this lovely page. I'm having so much fun with this, and I hope you are too. Okay, so what I have here are just homemade alcohol ink sprays. And I just bought these big bottles. I had bought some little bottles at a big box store, but I wanted bigger ones. So I went to my dollar store and found these eyeglass cleaner bottles. And I thought those were the right size. They're mist. They do the mist rather than a full out spray. So I love those. And what you do is just use as high a percentage of content as you can get of alcohol. And I just use some gel food coloring and mix those two together and get it to the right shade that I like, if that makes sense. I will be showing a video probably at some point in time about how to make your own alcohol inks, but I think this was one of the easiest ways for me. I think I made this one using an old Sharpie, the insides of a Sharpie, and it is so messy to do. But anyway, you can make your own alcohol inks out there. And today we are going to actually make a door, since the reading is about seek and you will find, knock and the door will be opened to you. So we don't know what happens when we ask or seek or open, but we just know that we have the trust in God to answer those prayers, don't we? Okay, so I'm just going to start this right now, and I think I'm going to start with my yellow color. There, I've made a splash already, and I'm just going to squirt in a few places. And I always give it a good shake since it's homemade stuff. I always do that first. And just squirt, squirt, squirt. And then the last one, I think this is an aqua color. Whoops. That's more dripping. See why I like these bigger bottles? Although that gave us some really cool looks there, didn't it? Kind of fun. I'm just going to add a little more yellow over in this area. And that gets it a little more intense. So you just keep building these up until you're happy. And I think that's pretty good, because today's lesson is all about the door. And we're going to make actually a door in this page. So all you need to do that is a really good craft knife with a good sharp blade and a metal ruler if possible. That is the best thing to have. And I've got my page protected with a piece of glass under there. But you can use a cutting mat, or you can, even if you don't have that, you can use a piece of cardboard. Anything that you have that you can use to cut. And I'm not going to get overly crazy about what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to make some marks. And when you cut with a craft knife, don't press real hard the first time. Just go gently, and depending on how thick your paper or your surface is, it will go through eventually. So just do it a few times until you think you've gotten it open. I think I'm getting close. Okay, so I think we've got that opening. So now I'm just going to come in this way. And I am going to cut back. I like this ruler because it actually lets me kind of square things up. So let me get that a little bit squared. Let me think where I'm going this time. Whoops, and my paper's still wet, so it kind of cut my paper, but that's okay. Everything works when you're doing a junk journal. Everything works. See where we're going with this? That's a little iffy area right in there because the paper was kind of soaked. But let's do this one. And just take it slow and easy. And there. Let me put this in here. If you put your ruler in here and bend this back, you will have a nice opening there. And just kind of crease it over top of your ruler. And you can take your little fingernail and scrub it down. You can take the back of a spoon. If you have a bone folder, that's another tool that's good to have if you're doing lots of junk journaling. But for this, we don't have to have those. So there is our door. There is our wonderful door in this beautiful background. Don't you just love it? So what can we do? What can we put in here? Even put like music. If music were an important part of your life, that kind of looks cool through that window, doesn't it? Or door. I'm going to stick with this music because I have a joyful heart this morning. This is really making me happy. So I think I am going to stick with this music theme. And so I'm going to just put that there. I'm going to hold it carefully and open my book this other way. I need to put my knife back so I don't hurt myself. And I'm just going to come in with a little bit of glue stick. Whoops, my glue stick's falling apart. It may be time for a new glue stick, Rebecca. And I'm going to come in and just put some right along there just to get it in place. And you do have a couple of seconds with a glue stick to actually make sure that you've got it where you want it. And I'm just going to go ahead and tear this piece down here. Make sure I'm on camera. Just going to tear this piece off. And I am going to come in and go ahead and put my glue on those sides. And make sure we've got it all nice. I've got some glue stuck in an area I'm not happy with. And a little trick I have is to either put some talcum powder or some cornstarch. If you get glue in a wrong place, you can put some powder or cornstarch there, and that will let you go ahead and make that not sticky. So that's pretty darn good. So you've got a neat tip from me there. So there we go. We have a nice little door, and we might want to put something right in there also to help us open the door if you want. and we might see that on another day. But for today, I think that's pretty darn good, because remember, we're just making backgrounds. We're not going to go too far into other techniques, but I did kind of want, since today's verse about the door was so special, knocking at the door, I wanted to make sure we put a door in here. So anyway, I hope you love this as much as I do. And this will be on Rebecca E. Parsons later today as a printable. Let me know. Talk to me. Tell me that you're enjoying this. Show me what you're doing with your printables. I would love to see what this is inspiring in you. It really helps fuel my energy to keep on and keep on and keep on. Okay, so our book of notes. This is day 5. It is a wonderful journey we're having so far. And I am wishing you all the best in your creative practices out there. And may peace and joy be with you all.